Here with John Christou and Aisling Chinyi of Prospector Films talking about The Saver by Wiebke von Karlsfeld. Guys, tell me what drew you to take on this project in the first place?
We were very excited to work with Wiebke. You know, we'd seen her previous films. She's got an amazing energy. And then she came to us with this project that was a passion project of hers about this young girl facing the world on her own after her mother dies. And we were drawn to this story of this, precocious, young, hardy woman who, has to make it in our wonderful wintry city of Montreal.
She died on the way to the hospital. Massive heart attack.
You know the last thing I said to her? Nothing.
So stories by women, written by women, starring women, or starring Indigenous stories are very hard to finance generally. So support can be hit and miss, and this is industry-wide. If you look at the numbers, I think right now you'd probably see about 10% of all the money given by the Canadian government for Canadian film funding goes towards stories written, directed by women. And it's even harder when you have a visible minority as your lead character. So the whole Oscars so white controversy that's been going on is, it's a problem here too.
And our lead is a 15-year-old girl, so we weren't going to be able to put in a huge marquee name cast there. We've got great, very talented cast. Imagine Cardinal, this is her first film that she's in, and then we populated every other role with a fantastic Quebec cast that does have a name.
I think you have enough on your plate already. You haven't even started on my list of repairs.
I'll take care of it.
We have a population of 50% women, 50% men, and there's stories that are there's a glut in stories about women told by women. So it's great that it has been more of a discussion, here and abroad. So that's the beginning, but it also has to be taken on by the agencies, the broadcasters, the people that are making the decisions about what actually goes onto screens.
There's only one way to get rich: saving. Every time and every day.
The typical responses we'll hear when we get turned down or when we apply with a woman director attached don't really match up with the reality often. Like we'll hear, oh, well, we don't fund 50% of our money doesn't go to women because there aren't enough women directors, or there aren't enough women writers, or there aren't enough projects being submitted. And it's kind of a chicken and egg scenario. If the projects that are submitted don't get funded, obviously they aren't going to be able to develop a career to come back.
What?
Uncle Jack.
The audiences we've sold out pretty much every screening we've had at festivals. Our audience generally ends up being 60 to 70% women in the audience, and they love the movie. They come out of it extremely happy.
What if I became your guardian?
Dream on.